Hey guys, it's Tommy from Vice. This year, we brought the wildest people and places to your screen with incredible documentaries released every day. Here's a look at the best of 2015. In Vice's 4-part series, Red Right Hand, Wilbert Cooper returned to his hometown of Cleveland to discover how a serial killer was able to murder 11 black women in 2 years without attracting police attention.
They say that death is the great equalizer, that no matter who you are or where you're from, we all turn to dust in the end. But in Cleveland, my hometown, where life has long been divided by race and class, injustice stretches well into the hereafter. For the past 5 years, the injustice of this story has nagged at my mind. I had to revisit the case.
Vice News correspondent Simon Ostrovsky followed the digital and literal footprints of one Russian soldier, tracking him from eastern Ukraine to Siberia to prove that Russian troops were fighting in Ukraine.
This is a photograph of Dambayev and one of his fellow soldiers. It's really hard to tell where the photograph was taken because there's nothing in the background. It looks like it's indoors or inside a vehicle. But lucky for us, the soldier who posted it didn't turn off his location settings. When you zoom out, it's in the middle of a field not far from the Ukrainian border. You can see that there's still tons of Russian soldiers there, taking selfies, posting them to the internet, and it's a pretty big encampment.
Thump documented Flostradamus' performance at the gathering of the Juggalos and found parallels between the occupants of two often misunderstood worlds, ravers and Juggalos.
This is exactly what I needed. I needed people around me who felt the same things and had been through the same shit. I had some pre-notions before I came here. I thought it'd just be a whole bunch of dirty people out camping and smoking, but it's not that. It's just everyone agreeing to come together for an awesome vacation. It really is like a family reunion.
On Noisy, Thomas Morton visited the heart of Atlanta to explore why the city has become a center of drug trafficking and rap music.
Whereas Trouble's duct tape weed had cast me into a mire of primeval white boy fear and paranoia, Pee-wee's gas launched me into a joyous cartoon world where trouble isn't real. Seeing the psychedelic nature of the Atlanta trap scene through the appropriately high lens made me understand why this was truly Black Hollywood.
That was sick, man. That was fucking awesome.
Live Nation hung out with Fetty Wap on his tour bus to chat about how he became one of the hottest artists this year.
I just know how bad people can treat you just from looking different. Only thing I want is to just keep making music, and to the point where they'll be like, well, Fetty, I don't think we like your music anymore. And I'll be like, well, thank you for the run. I hope y'all enjoyed the music.
Vice Sports took Carmelo Anthony to notorious New York prison Rikers Island to tour the facility and meet with a group of young inmates.
Man, it's fucked up. Prison should be more of a rehab, rehabilitation, and even for the guys that's coming out. I know people, family members, close friends that's in there that just came home. And you can just see, some of them do better when they come home, and some of them is worse off.
In celebration of her 13th birthday, ID follows dancer Maddie Ziegler as she dances her way into her teen years.
In a parallel universe, I was never hated in junior high. I would go to a state college and find a boring job one day where I'd sit in a cubicle. So every day I thank God I was miserable. Could have been a lot worse. And sometimes when I feel like I'm boring, I actually wish it were.
The Creators Project visited the nuclear exclusion zone in Fukushima, Japan, with a group of artists who are making the radioactive area a part of their work.
So the idea was to build a museum or an exhibition inside of this exclusion zone, albeit one that nobody would be able to go to. And so this exhibition would kind of haunt our consciousness of what may or may not be inside that zone.
Motherboard investigated how South Korean scientists are working to resurrect the prehistoric woolly mammoth using cloning technology and the flesh of perfectly preserved specimen once buried in northern Siberia.
I'm literally holding a plot line from Jurassic Park in my hands.
If we can bring back the extinct species by using our cloning process, it also means that we can somehow be able to help endangered species.
Munchies traveled to San Francisco to learn how to eat like a local from pro skateboarder Andy Roy.
I live in San Francisco, California, in the Mission District. I live in San Francisco because of the skateboarding the fucking food. All my friends are here. My name's Andy Roy, and I'm gonna fucking teach you how to eat good like a fucking local.
Broadly went to Turkey to meet an Islamic cult leader who credits himself with introducing his followers, known as kittens, to feminism.
When I came, I thought this was going to be a fun time, that this would be something that was light and bubbly, and we would have a fun hangout session by the pool with these ladies. And by the time we show up, it turns into this dark, kind of scary, uneasy situation where it's as if you walked into a reality show that's actually a prison. To the outside world, their lives seem like a joke. They seem like something that's an embarrassment or there for spectacle. But in reality, these are real people, and their lives seem to amount to some sort of spectacle for one man, and that's their cult leader, Adnan Oktar.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to all the channels across the Vice network and go to Vice.com for more. This has been the latest on Vice. See you in 2016.